My brothers and my sisters, I didn't come to play games with you today. I came to speak to some people who know what it means to wait and to wait on God. You've cried, you've fasted, you've served, you've done everything you know how to dog, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come yet. But I came to tell somebody this morning, don't give up in the waiting room of your destiny, because delay is not denial. Pause for emphasis. God is not preparing you. See, while you're waiting, he's working. While you're crying, he's cultivating. While you're doubting, he's developing something in you that will be stronger than what you prayed for. Oh, yes. I came to talk to the wounded worshipers, the silent sufferers, the ones who show up smiling but are breaking on the inside. You're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. You are not abandoned, because the God you're waiting on is worth the wait. Somebody shout, I'm still waiting, but I still believe. Delay is not denial. God's timing is perfect. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Too often we confuse God's silence with his absence. But silence is not absence, it's strategy. God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should change his mind. If he said it, he will do it. But he will do it when the time is right. The problem is we want microwave miracles, but we serve a God who often moves like a slow cooking fire. We want immediate gratification, but God is working on eternal transformation. When you are in the waiting season, it's easy to feel forgotten. You start looking around at others getting blessed, doors opening for them, prayers being answered, and you wonder, God, did you skip over me? But the truth is, God is not pacing the floor of heaven wondering what to do next. He knows the end from the beginning. He already sees how your breakthrough fits into the greater picture. Not just for your blessing, but for his glory. Sometimes God withholds what we're praying for, not to punish us, but to protect us. Because if he gave it too soon, we wouldn't be able to handle it. We'd misuse it, misplace it, or worship it more than we worship him. Waiting is not wasted when it's in God's hands. His delays are divine appointments in disguise. He's not just working on the blessing. He's working on you. He's developing character, deepening trust, stripping away pride, increasing your dependency on him. God is never early and he's never late. He arrives right on time with exactly what you need in the way that brings him the most glory and brings you the most growth. So don't misinterpret the delay. Don't let the enemy lie to you and tell you that the answer is no just because the answer is slow. What looks like a no today could just be a not yet. Keep trusting, keep praying, and keep standing. Because when the fullness of time comes, what God has spoken will surely come to pass. Your faith is not proven when everything is going your way. It's proven in the waiting, in the wilderness, in the silence. Faith isn't forged on the mountaintop. It's forged in the valley, in the unanswered prayers, in the long nights, when you're crying out to God and hearing nothing in return. That's where real faith is built. Not in comfort, but in conflict. Anybody can praise God when the breakthrough has come, but can you still worship when the heavens feel shut? And can you still believe when nothing looks like it's working in your favor? That's when faith becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a fight. Faith is like a muscle, and muscles only grow when they're stretched, torn, and worked under pressure. Every day you choose to believe God in the middle of your delay, that faith is getting stronger. Every time you get up and pray, even though you're discouraged, you're lifting spiritual weight. Every time you say, Lord, I don't understand, but I trust you. Your faith is being built. God allows seasons of waiting not to weaken us, but to strengthen what's eternal in us. You don't grow in the easy moments. You grow when you have to stand on what he said, even when what you see contradicts it. There's something powerful that happens when your faith matures beyond results. When you stop serving God just for what he can do and start trusting him for who he is. The testing of your faith produces perseverance, and perseverance produces character. And let me tell you, character will take you where charisma can't. Waiting seasons are character building seasons. They separate the ones who are chasing blessings from the ones who are chasing God. And make no mistake, faith that has been through the fire is faith that God can trust with favor. God is not just trying to get you the blessing. He's preparing a person who can carry the blessing without it crushing them. So if you're in a place right now where everything feels delayed, where nothing makes sense, where you're tempted to give up, don't. God is using the wait to work a deeper faith in you, a faith that doesn't waver with circumstances but stands firm on his word. Because when you come out on the other side of this waiting season, you won't just have the breakthrough, you'll have the faith to sustain it. Preparation happens in isolation. Before God brings you into the spotlight, he always does deep work in the secret place. Before the platform comes the process. Before the miracle comes the molding. Many of us are asking God for breakthrough in public, but he's shaping us in private. Isolation is not punishment, it's preparation. God isolates you not to abandon you, but to develop you, because what he wants to do through you will only be as strong as what he's done in you. Look through the Bible and you'll see it over and over again. Joseph was thrown into a pit, then a prison, before he ever stood in the palace. Moses was hidden in the desert for 40 years before he was trusted to lead a nation. David was anointed king, but had to go back to tending sheep in the field. Even Jesus spent time in the wilderness before launching into his public ministry. God hides what he values. He doesn't expose greatness prematurely. He knows that if you go far too fast, your gift might take you where your character can't keep you. The waiting place, the isolated place, is where God detoxes your soul from people's approval. It's where he frees you from needing validation from others. It's where he sharpens your hearing to know his voice above all others. In isolation, distractions are stripped away and your motives are tested. Are you doing this for applause? Or are you doing it because he called you? Are you after destiny? Or are you chasing attention? Isolation makes the answer clear. Not to God, but to you. What feels like being hidden is really God's way of protecting you from exposure before you're ready. He's not just working on your gift. He's building your integrity, your patience, your humility, and those don't grow in busy rooms or noisy crowds. They grow in quiet places where it's just you and God, where you're forced to wrestle with your doubts, your fears, and your calling. It's in those places that your identity becomes rooted, not in what you do, but in who you are in Him. So don't despise the isolation. Don't run from it. Try to force your way out before the time is right. Because when God brings you out of the hidden place, you'll be ready not just to receive the breakthrough, but to steward it. You'll know how to stand firm because you were forged in the silence. You'll know how to lead because you learned how to follow. You'll be able to stand in front of others because you bowed before God in private. The wait is a weapon, not a weakness. The enemy wants you to believe that waiting is a sign that you're losing, that you've been forgotten, that nothing is happening. But that's a lie. Waiting in God is not passive. It's powerful. It's not sitting still in defeat. It's standing firm in expectation. Every day you wait with faith, you're pushing back the forces of doubt and fear. Every moment you choose to trust God, instead of panicking, you're using your wait as a spiritual weapon. The enemy doesn't fear busy people. He fears believers who know how to wait and worship at the same time. The world measures strength by speed. How fast you can move, how quickly you can produce. But in the kingdom, strength is often shown in how well you can stand. Waiting on God teaches you to lean on Him, to rely not on what you see, but on what He said. It teaches you to slow down enough to hear His instead of reacting to the noise around you. When you wait on the Lord, you're building endurance, resilience, and spiritual clarity. It's in the waiting room where you learn how to fight battles without lifting a finger, because the fight is not yours, it's the Lord's. God often allows waiting to refine your vision. You might think you know what you want, but in the wait, He shows you what you truly need. That shift in perspective is a weapon. You start praying differently, thinking differently, the walking differently. The wait trains your discernment so you can recognize the real from the counterfeit, because not every open door is from God, and not every opportunity is your assignment. Waiting teaches you how to move in sync with the Spirit rather than chasing every shiny thing the world puts in front of you. There's a kind of maturity can only come when you've waited long enough to know that your emotions don't determine God's faithfulness. Waiting arms you with patience, and patience is not passive. It's pressure resistant. It's the kind of spiritual steel that allows you to stay calm in chaos and steady under stress. The devil wants you to despise the wait because he knows the strength that grows in it. But if you ever realize how powerful your waiting is, you won't waste it. You'll use it. You'll use it to pray deeper, worship louder, love better, and believe harder. Don't throw away your confidence in the waiting. Don't forfeit the promise because of frustration. What God is doing in you during the delay is equipping you for what you're about to walk into. You're not stuck. You're being strengthened. You're not behind. You're being built up. You're not weak. You're in training. And when the breakthrough comes, you'll know it wasn't by your hustle or your hustle, but by your holy wait. Breakthrough comes after the breaking. Before God lifts you up, he will often break something down, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you stronger, purer, and more surrendered. The breaking is not the end. It's the beginning of something new. You cannot experience breakthrough without a breaking point. That moment when your strength runs out, your plans fall apart, your pride is shattered, and you're left with nothing but your dependence on God. That's where breakthrough is born, in the ashes of your self-reliance, in the surrender of your will, in the cry of desperation that says, God, I can't do this with you. We often pray for breakthrough, but we don't always understand what we're asking for. Breakthrough doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It usually arrives through pressure, through pain, through pruning. Before the seed can grow, it must first be broken open. Before the oil can flow from the olive has to be crushed. The same is true with your life. The areas where you feel most crushed are often the places God is preparing to release the most anointing. The breaking is not a sign that God has left you. It's proof that he's close and doing something deep. There are moments when God will strip away everything you leaned on, so you'll lean only on him. That breaking might look like disappointment, betrayal, closed doors, or unexpected loss. But God does not waste brokenness. In fact, he specializes in using it. The broken places in your life are the exact places where his glory can shine the brightest. When you are weak, then he is strong. When your plans fall apart, his purpose is revealed. When your heart is broken, his healing flows. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs are not what God does for you, but what he does in you. He'll break pride so humility can grow. He'll break fear so faith can rise. He'll break control so trust can take root. Every breaking has a purpose. Every tear has weight in the spirit. Nothing you've gone through is in vain. The breaking prepares the ground for blessing. God never leaves you in the breaking. He walks with you through it, and he brings you out better than before. When the breakthrough finally comes, and it won't just change your situation, it will change you. You won't just come out with what you asked for. You'll come out with deeper faith, greater wisdom, and a testimony that carries power. The breaking is painful, but it's necessary. It's not the end of your story. It's the process that unlocks your purpose. If you're in the breaking right now, don't resist it. Let God finish what he started, because the very thing that feels like it's crushing you is preparing to carry you into your breakthrough.